time to coach you, to mentor, to show you the way. So that is also another way of increasing retention. And also it is something, it's a psychological thing that is going to happen in their minds, because they're like, okay, it's like I'm buying something serious, I'm going to need to commit for this person, my upline or my mentor or my sponsor, to work with me. So let them buy your time before signing up. That's a good one. How to build unshakable, belief. This is actually under sales, so that you don't question, because I came to realize from the yesterday event, people question because you question. So when I have a prospect, for example, the only reason they will question my opportunity is because subconsciously or deep down, I'm also questioning the opportunity. So how can I build a solid self-belief such that I don't question anything? I don't question myself, I don't question the company, I don't question the products. Solid self-belief, solid belief in the product, in the opportunity, and in everything. That would be a very interesting place to be, because definitely you'd crush it. So we have, this is how actually sales happen. This was actually a very nice and simple breakdown, though very, 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 very important, by Daniel G. Yesterday we had Daniel G also talking about sales. So it is like a three process. It's like a 3-step process. So it starts with me, then them, and then the strategies. So this is what you realize mostly in network marketing and also in sales. People tend to focus on this, on the scripts, on the systems, on the strategies. Now, this was his theory, or this was his analogy, and I'm actually buying into it because it makes a lot of sense, and I've never tried it, and I'm going to try it. Because he said, instead of focusing on the scripts and the strategies, that's the third level. And the second level is you actually being in a position to understand how people buy, understanding the sales process, the psychological reason behind people buying, or someone buying into something. So step 3 is actually the last step. The strategies, the skills, the strategies, the scripts, and the systems. And step 2 is actually understanding the prospect. What do this prospect need, and how do they buy? How do people buy? And the step 1 was actually very interesting. I never saw this coming. It was actually me. And in me, this is exactly what he said. It's all about identity. Because there is no way you're going to outwork your identity. There is no way you're going to outperform your identity. The results I'm currently getting in my business, they're a reflection of the identity I have on myself. That was so mind-blowing. They're a result of the identity I have on myself. So if I have the identity of $1 million earner, then I'm going to perform like one. If I have the identity of $1 million earner, then I'm going to produce like one. So it simply means all the limitations, all the battle that we have to fight, it's just here. It's in the mind. It's a mind game. So it all starts from an identity point, like who am I? And it simply narrowed it down to how do we identify ourselves? The first step is the past beliefs that we have about ourselves. So about the two things that I said I'm going to be working on immediately, this is the second one. The first one I had already mentioned. This is the second one. How do we define ourselves based on the past experiences that we have? And the other one is, what beliefs do we have about our future? Where do we actually believe we are headed to? If I solidly believe that in the next few months or in the next 90 days, I'm going to be $1 million earner, or I'm going to be earning $10,000 each and every single month, then my energy would totally be different. My work ethic would totally be different. My everything would totally be different. So the energy level I have, it's actually a reflection of where is it that I'm headed to. So if I don't believe so much in myself, and I look at myself as not so worthy, then that's when I'll have low energy. That's when I'll have low work ethic, because subconsciously I already believe I'm not worth anything. I'm not worth anything substantial. So there is no need to work to prove it. But the reason I would work so hard, the reason I would grind it so hard, the reason I would have a lot of energy, high enthusiasm, high excitement, it's because I believe in the next few months I'm actually going into a different phase. So this was so much mind-blowing. And it all starts with identity. It all starts with identity. So this is also another assignment that I'm actually going to be working on immediately, to identify my limiting self beliefs, the past beliefs I have about myself, the beliefs I have about my future. Might sound so easy being said like this, but when you actually sit down, to analyze what identity have you put to yourself, because some of us, we've been told a lot of lies. We are failures, we'll never make it, and we actually believe it, and that is why maybe we are stuck. So that's real work that should be done. Very interesting. So when identity has no limit and you understand how people buy, the scripts and the strategies don't matter, obviously. Work ethic is not an advantage, it is an equalizer. That was also interesting. So a commission or a sign up is just an indication or a sign that it works, but is not the end goal. Master pattern. So top leaders and top earners, top producers in network marketing and in sales, they are just good in mastering patterns. They are good at reading and also mastering patterns. So people are usually in states and moods. So your goal as a salesperson or as a network marketer is to identify the mood or the state they are in and shift them immediately. So it actually isn't my work, because at the end of the day, it's not even about me being able or being in a position to identify the kind of personality this person is, or it is just as simple as identifying the mood they are in and shifting that mood. And it doesn't matter what personality they are. If I'm in a position to shift their mood or their state to the state I want them to be for the sales to happen, voila, it's done. Offer value before price. You can't build value on price, so usually offer value first, then price. So there is no way you can help someone to be reason focused if yourself you are excuse focused. So it all comes down to you as a person. It all comes down to me, to us. There is no way I'll sit with someone in a closing and I'm really trying to help them to avoid their excuses so that they can make a decision that is eventually going to change their lives, if myself in my personal life I'm full of excuses. So it can never happen. So master this. Have a smile. That's the only reason I reached out to you. So that is a strategy. The strategy to handle any objection is, number one, have a smile. You cannot get mad at someone who is always smiling. So after having the smile, say this. Actually, that's the only reason I was reaching out to you. So I don't have the money. So blah 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 blah. But I don't have the money. So that's the objection. Yes, actually, and that's the only reason why I was reaching out to you. Also a clever way. So under duplication, there is about authenticity. Systems are to help you become more authentic. We have onboarding systems, invitation, prospecting, follow-up. So I have to sit down and, number one, review all the systems that I have in place, and then work on how I can improve where there is a need to, and also how I can maybe put in new systems where there is a need to. So my friends, as I said, I still have a lot of work. I have a lot of work. This is just day one, and I'm feeling like my head is already spinning. I have a million things to do. But anyway, it's all going to be worth it. So, a game plan to the core rank: try, show, tell, show, try, and then do. That is also a duplication system. How have project in the team, the person you're currently helping or helping to achieve their goals. Have a DMO, work together with them, show people what to do, how to do it, why to do it. Simple onboarding, welcome message, nail the name list, have a one-on-one session with them. Simple invitation drills, 3 to 4 days. After 3 to 4 days, have about 3 meetings and see if your new partner is ready. So last is actually on the presentation. So if the presentation I'm doing is more than 10 minutes, obviously it is, then it's being done the wrong way. So this is also another task that I have to go and review that presentation and see what are the most important parts that I'm going to keep, and also they are necessary that I have to cut out for that presentation to be less than 10 minutes. Should be less than 10 minutes. If a presentation is more than 10 minutes, it's done wrong. The pro said it, and that is it. So last is about social media, how to use Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram on how to attract prospects. So that's my to do